Welcome back to another exciting horror movie review. This time, a micro, tiny little short that you can find on Amazon Prime if you have Prime. Katie, the blonde in front of fear, joins us to talk about We Die Alone.
Hey there, creeps and crawlers, blonde in front of fear, here to talk to you about We Die Alone, directed and written by Mark Cartwright, screenplay by Cassie Keith, and starring Baker J. Powell, Samantha Boscarino, and Ashley Jones. This film is about a young guy named Aiden, a young loner, whose obsession to find the perfect girl leads to a dangerously lonely life. He has Elaine, who is Ashley Jones, his confidant and coworker, but you could tell she has somewhat, I think more, she's a little bit older than Aiden, and yet there's definitely more lovely looks to him than motherly looks. So the third person in this little triangle is Chelsea, Aiden's new neighbor, who gives him a little bit of hope that maybe there is someone out there that likes him for who he is, or maybe not. I like this film because I think that We Die Alone is a film about missed connections and the lost form of intimacy that many take for granted. Packaged in a Hitchcockian thriller. I thought the music by David Williams was atmospheric and intense. I loved the whole look of the film. You have muted colors in Aiden's life, in his apartment, in his own wardrobe, everything about him until Chelsea enters the picture where there's like little pops of red and yellow and different things. I thought the casting is perfection. Ashley Jones as Elaine, Aiden's coworker, was fantastic. And then Samantha Boscarino as Chelsea, the new neighbor, is another spot-on choice. But the true anchor of this film is Baker Chase Powell. Like, he is the key and the ultimate standout. I know he has won countless awards, including Best Actor in a short at Nightmares Film Festival this past November. And I mean, they just keep racking up. Short debuted on Prime Video or Amazon Prime this past Friday, August 21st. I really recommend you checking it out. And the only thing that I could say bad about it is that I just wish Mark Cartwright would direct a feature, because I'm really looking forward to that.
This movie took me in a direction in the beginning that I didn't know where it was going. I was worried about what was going to happen with the mannequin at dinner. I also had a very sense of the Ryan Reynolds movie where he talks to the animals and the animals tell him to fucking kill that bitch. I was expecting that to start happening. I was really expecting that.
See, that's interesting, because I got, there's a film called Roman that was made in 2006 that I got more of a feel of that with this film than Voices, but I can definitely see where you're coming from.
I've been in this guy's shoes. I don't have fake dates with mannequins. I don't prep a date whatsoever. I don't know anybody who really does that anymore these days, but I have definitely been there where I'm like, want to know more about somebody that I don't know anything about beyond casual conversation. Don't know their interests or anything like that. Not to the point of being a stalker, but just it's made me feel really apprehensive about, like, do I go with the person who I know who they are? Do I want to continue pursuing the woman who could be the love of my life? Hopefully she's not a serial killer. Do I go with the coworker that I'm afraid to ask out, because you can't ask out a coworker about running it by HR these days? You know, I've been in this guy's situation enough times that it definitely felt very relatable. In our previous, review, I brought up one of my favorite dating movies, Burying Your Ex, and I've been in that situation as well.
Where your ex died and then they came back to life and you were dating somebody else?
That was perfectly right for me? Yes! And then all my ex wanted to do was have sex with me? It was crazy. I had to fight two women off with a stick. It was nuts. No, that never happened. But I did date somebody that was like, you shouldn't eat meat, and you need to be more PC, and you need to be more appropriate, and you need to be more, like, about everything, just nitpicking every aspect of your life that she just doesn't find, like, is the perfect thing for her. Why are you with me then?
I was going to say, so in other words, they're dating you, but it want you to be someone else.
Right. In this movie, he's got these three women. He's got Online Girl, which looks cute from the tiny picture we see. We have the girl next door, which is your typical girl next door. And we have the coworker who is like dropping the hints that she's kind of into him, but not enough that I would have picked up on myself. The director of this movie is Mark Cartwright, who also wrote the screenplay. I swear to God, I thought this was Rob Lowe's African American brother for a second.
Mark is dreamy. Actually, he wrote the story, but Cassie Keat, I believe, wrote the screenplay.
Gotcha. And it looks like he's been working on various things since like 2016, 2015. So he's kind of new to the game. Looking forward to seeing what else he does. The cast, which is all like 4 people, I don't recognize any of them from unless there's somebody in particular that stands out to you.
Now, Ashley Jones, she was actually in True Blood, and she's an Emmy-nominated actress.
Holy shit! She was on 770 episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful.
And I think she was nominated for an Emmy for it too.
Oh, I do know her. She was.
Blood.
Yeah, I do know her. She was Daphne on True Blood. Okay, yep. She was Daphne on True Blood.
Baker is he actually was in Dolomite Is My Name, and a little film that maybe also starred yours truly called Irrational Fear that is out on streaming services all over the place. So you guys should go check that out because he's very good in it, and maybe somebody else is too. That somebody else is me.
Okay, so a little self-promotion there. I totally get that.
Yep.
I do love that Ashley's career goes all the way back to Dr. Quinn Medical Women as her first role.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I thought she was great. I don't know who her dermatologist is. I want to go to them because I think her skin is perfection. But, not to be on the, what is that called? I can't even think of the word. Shallow. But she was great. I love her entire performance from beginning to end, especially the end, which is like heartbreaking, somewhat scary because I'm hoping, but she was fantastic. Like I said, I thought this was a really great short, and I like that I don't necessarily need to see this as a feature.
No.
At 23 minutes, it was perfect. And again, I really want Cartwright to direct a feature. I thought he did a great job.
Again, check it out on Amazon Prime if you get a chance. Check out Katie at The Blonde in Front on Facebook and on Instagram, and she'll be on Curdle soon. And you can find me on Twitter at ChrisDSAV, my thousands of podcasts that I work on, and, of course, the Dr. Chris Radio Horror Show, which is every Sunday night from 10 p.m. to midnight on WCW in Worcester, Massachusetts. Thank you, everybody, and we'll be back next month with a couple other great streaming movies that you can find, and an anniversary film coming up very soon, too.